What's happening, everybody? It's your man Dame D. It's Wednesday night. It's Hump Day. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've been here on a Wednesday night rocking with you all. So I just wanted to take a minute, say what's up, see what's good, see what's going on, catch up. Sis, what's happening? Miss you, girl. Glad you could take a moment to jump on and holler at your brother. Long time, and we definitely got to get up, miss you. Pray that you're doing well, feeling better, and nothing but love, from us here to you, and the family. So thanks for dropping by, sis. Um, I'm gonna sit here for a minute. I'm gonna let a couple of people jump in. Seems like people starting to jump on, and uh, see some people in the background. Costa Rican, what's happening? Thank you for joining. It's been a minute, like I said, and just kind of talk about some things that's been in the media, some things that we have coming up, um, you know, and really chop it up, shouting it out, everybody family in here, giving love, shouting each other out, you know what I mean? So Costa Rica, shouting out leash, all good. So, like I said, it's been about a month. I've been kind of in the backgrounds, busy. You got some family things going on, some business things going on. Man, they go that love fest that be going on up in here. That's what I'm talking about. I miss that energy, miss that positivity that we be rocking with here on Wednesday nights when we go live. Um, so like I was saying, it's just been busy. Uh, thankfully, I just want to thank you all for continuing to support the show. As you can see down at the bottom, we still rocking. Our friends and family now over there at Mogul TV. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you do take a minute, go over and check out. They have some other shows alongside Two Mics Up, man. That really great shows throughout the week. Shout out to Tamika Chapman, holding it down and really putting in the work. For individuals such as myself who are trying to bring new and fresh content, out each and every week, and just really trying to create a positive place and space in all of this madness that we're dealing with, in the world today. And speaking of that, uh, I was just kind of reading earlier. Today is Happy World Teachers Day. So I want to shout out to any educators around the globe. Today's October 5th, and today's their day. And we've talked about it here on the show. Our educators don't get enough love, especially in today's climate, uh, not only with the pandemic, but just, I don't know, I get the culture of things, the violence that's going on in our schools. And, these teachers are pretty much at a point where they're going into work in some cases. I mean, I hate to say it, but the only way I know how to say, their lives are on the line, sometimes. And, they're not getting paid enough. Um, you know, exactly, sis. They teachers rock. Definitely God bless them. They're overworked, they're underpaid, and outside of really their parents, our kids are with their teachers and educators, uh, probably sometimes in some cases, unfortunately, more hours in a day than they are at home. And our system is just really backwards. And I just really wanted to take a moment to really say thank you to our educators, because I wish there was a way we could figure out to do more for them, to provide um, safety, um, more pay, uh, just better tools to better prepare our tomorrow. Because the way it's looking right now is looking really bleak out here, and we could really use, and they could use that support. So, um, you know, like you said, at least this God bless him, and hopefully, um, we can really continue to support them as they rock. Some of the other things I was reading today, just ironically, I don't know if it was my feed or whatever, and you know, my man Diddy and Mace, they back at it. Don't know what's going on with them today. This back in the news, and I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age, but I just thought this was off the radar. This whole beef, I thought last I saw they had made up and they was rocking on tours and doing concerts together. But you know, now Diddy calling Mace a fake pastor again. Claiming that Mace owes him $3 million. And look, I think we all know that Diddy was notorious, um, and I don't mean notorious, Big, no pun intended. But he was notorious for them hellacious contracts, man, where he was just basically ripping artists for all they funds and all their money. Unfortunately, you hear stories, where yeah, I knew somebody, yeah, Free the Locks, artists. I want to say, was it Black Rob? I want to say he basically died in prison, if I remember correctly. Broke. Um, and these are horror stories, and again, not saying how true or how is it, but they all seem to tie in to Diddy and his unscrupulous contracts back in the day. And when you think about Mace being, Harlem World, you know, like, he was just dropping. Well, really, it was just one album, but we're gonna be honest. But it was one album that he was just dropping hit after hit after hit, and then he became a pastor. Yeah, it was Black Rob. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Black Rob who died broke. Not broke. I mean, but it's true. And he just had a track record, and now I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are you trying to clear? I don't know. It makes no sense. You want to clear your name now at this point. I mean, it's been so much time, so much water under the bridge. Like, does it even really matter in the grand scheme of things? Like, at this point, you're a mogul. You're making all this money. Why not, like you said, at least free the locks and go back and pay, some of these artists, like, give them some money. I mean, I know it's a business, but is it really, like, how do you live with yourself? I guess is what I'm saying. When you have to deal and look at these people, you've made millions and billions off of their work. And I just don't know how you don't give back, and there maybe he has, and we just don't know about it. But it just came across my feed today, and I just thought it was really odd. We're back at this whole Diddy and Mace and Bad Boy and the whole thing. I mean, it, it, I mean, other than what you got right here, sis. I mean, Diddy been a crook. I mean, and this is true. This goes back to the beginning of Bad Boy, allegedly, and how he operated and how he still continues to operate. I mean, I can't even remember the last. I think I don't even want to call it a hit, but what was the last group? Vanity Six or Vanity somebody. Well, yeah, okay, well, yeah, Mary, but I in that story with Mary, I don't even know if she was fully under his umbrella, or did he write or produce something for her early on? Because I don't recall Mary ever being officially Bad Boy Coaster, but there was some links and some stories to that as well. And like you said, she may have gotten out only in a sense because she didn't maybe actually sign to Bad Boy. Maybe she signed to a production deal or something of that nature. Um, you know, oh yeah, so making the band. I mean, well, he did them dirty. He did them dirty on live TV. And that was crazy. Got them running the downtown Brooklyn, to get them some Junior's cheesecake, and he was some cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was some sort of beef, with Mary. You're 100% right. And again, I don't recall all of it. That was early on. When Mary was, before she graced us with the Mary that she is today. Um, Street Mary, Hood Mary, with the bop. You know what I mean? That we all like to see. Yeah, it was a little different, but there was some beef. But they made up. But like I said, I don't know if she was officially signed to Bad Boy with that. And right, they didn't speak for years. I mean, this had went on for a long time. I don't think it was until recently that they really kind of, I guess you say, water under the bridge, and they kissed and made up. And now there seems to be some reconciliation to where they kind of rock with each other now, respectfully. But yeah, he did a lot of artists. Like I said, I can't even remember, to be honest with you. And like what the other part that was funny to me, I can't remember last time Diddy even really had a hit. Like I said, I like, making the band, or the guy group, girl group, Vanity Six, or they something. Yeah. Um, oh, he did see it. So okay, see, there you go. He did oversee, and I mean, was that like was she was signed to Bad Boy, or was like, well, I probably have to go in now, Coach, and I'm gonna have to go look, and see if that was all production. Did he write like all of that, or was that an official Bad Boy joint? Yeah, well, he apologized to Jada, but I mean, what does an apology really do, right? Like, having that apology is great, but it doesn't put money in your pocket. Acknowledgement is good, but I would think for all the work that the Locks put in, and really let's think about it too. Fast forward, what could the Locks have been if they were to be able to have been free from that contract early on? At the peak of their rise in hip hop. Will we be looking at the Locks differently? Not to say that they're not great, not to say that they're one of the most dynamic groups to come out, but what may have they been if they were able to get free from that Diddy contract. So I mean, I don't know. There's a lot to it. Um, you know, uh, well, I mean, yeah, and well, yeah, no. I mean, back then, he might have been writing a lot of the raps and writing rhymes, but I mean, we got to look at, just what he did last year. Um, you know, on that versus joint. I mean, he shut hip hop down. Like, he just shut the whole game down. Like, real talk. Uh, I think he only apologizes to those he can. And that could be, that's that narcissist maybe mentality. Hindsight. I wouldn't call it humility, but it does sound like a narcissist, and he only apologizes to those he can't beat. And I would agree with you on that. Oh yeah, true. I mean, well, we know Diddy the dancer, or Love, or whatever he used to call himself back in the day. Excuse me. He really didn't write. I mean, we probably could leave that to Big, and like you said, Jada, writing for Diddy on his joints. Um, and like I said, you take that, and then you put that, like I said, what could it have been if that was a Locks original? That was a Jada original, on another album. Where could that have gone? Where could they have taken hip hop? And we'll never know. And it's sad. But like I said, it's just excuse me, ironic how that came up. Oh, here, look, he came in with a purpose. He came in at a time where, not to say, I want to say, where hip hop was kind of crossing over and crossing barriers. He learned what he needed to learn, Uptown and all of those guys. And I mean, he made a move, he made a power play. Um, and looking back at it, it's great, how it started. But when we look, like I said, just on this little topic that we're talking about, about calling Mace a fake passing claim that Mace actually owes him $3 million. It's just sad that, it's evolved to that. I would think by now, like I said, when I saw it, I thought it was hilarious. Because I didn't even know that this type of beef was still going on with these two guys, especially at their age and where they are. Um, but it does just really draw to me a dark light on what could have been, and what Bad Boy was. Rest in peace, Big. And everything that went on with Bad Boy, uh, since his passing. So it's just crazy, out there. Um, so I'm going to move on and move past that. And I want to talk about, we coming up for the holidays. you know, May clap back and said, "Puffy, word up, sis. That's for real, for real though." Um, so he's in there just talking and just thinking about the holidays, right? And I was sitting there just thinking, like, what are some businesses or brands that maybe you as an individual uh, are thinking about supporting or have been supporting as we lead up to the holidays. And for me, this was twofold. I'm gonna be honest. This was selfishly twofold because I do, and we're lucky here too, Mike's up to have some businesses uh, that support us as a show, and I got them at the bottom, and I really wanted to take a moment to really highlight these three because obviously these three are my favorite right now, and I do my best to be able to. Thank you. A little parched here. My my boss and producer said, have a thank you." Excuse me. These are the ones that I go out and I like to support every day, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick run. So the first one there, as you can see, Riddick Entertainment. They all about what's happening. My little mini me. Thank you for joining. Evening, fam and friends. Riddick Entertainment. They all about events, event planning, multifaceted events. Look, I saw them put in work down at what up, Devontae? Devontae swing in the building. Um, you know, they put in work down at the Virginia Black Business Directory at the Black Business Expo. Um, Top notch, top tier, you know, every event from the floor to the ballrooms. Michelle and Cy Riddick at Riddick Entertainment really put in that work. And if you are here in the DMV area and you're looking for a premier event planner, I would suggest that you reach out to Michelle and Saeed Riddick at Riddick Entertainment. Get them on your books, man, because they can help you really plan and take your event to the next level. And Michelle, man, she the memory maker and she a hustler. She out here doing everything. So if you need a notary, if you need some other things, Michelle's the person you want to talk to. So make sure you reach out, like I said, to Michelle and Saeed Riddick over at Riddick Entertainment. It's another business that I'm proud to have as a sponsor. And a lot of times we talk about insurance, but do we really know about insurance, like property and casual? And I have the perfect insurance agent for you that can help you with all of that. We coming into the holidays, man. You don't want to be caught off guard. You don't want to be caught slipping. So I would definitely say, check out our friends here over at TD3 Insurance. And I'm going to go ahead and really big up Clifton Durham because Cliff is now over at the National Harbor. He's got over 20 plus carriers. He's got a whole team now. I mean, he's grown leaps and bounds in the last year. He can really help you find the best deal. So don't slip, don't sleep. Reach out to Clifton Durham over at TD3 Insurance. Just call, get a quote. It can't hurt. Check out on your health insurance, life insurance. He can put you in contact with just about anything you need. He's a great guy, great customer service, top notch. He services the DMV area, Carolina, North Carolina, and New York. So check him out. Give him a call today. Tell him your man Dame D sent you from Two Mics Up. I mean, he's a great guy. Last but not least, I want to talk about our newest sponsor this year, Gentara LLC. We're talking about health and beauty, all natural soaps. I actually started using some lotion and stuff that we bought when we met her at an event in August. Smells good, feels good, skin looking good. If you're all about that health and wellness and really want to feel good, body butters, soaps, all natural, check out Vanessa Holloway over at Gentara LLC. These are all individual businesses that either A can help you in some way, or you can go out and support and buy products from. And I think that's really important. So I'm curious to know, I think I've talked long enough about, these three businesses. Is there anybody, that's on right now? Is there a business or a brand that maybe that's out there that we're not aware of, that, maybe you support or, want to share, bring to the table, and, let's give them a few minutes of love, and let's talk about them. So what we got here? I'm spending my money with Diddy. Okay. Lizzo shapewear. So, okay, black owned vegan handbags. Okay, cool, black company. Okay, black candle company. Okay, see, this hit me up with some joints that I didn't even know. And this is what I'm talking about. Let's really create a space, uh, you know, a space where we're working to support black businesses, black owned, and keep that money in the community. But man, Frith, Big Dave got jokes. Yeah, I can tell I'm moisturizing. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, so I got to keep it fresh, Dave. You know about that. My man had, what's up? Exit 21 in the building with the jokes. Is there any other black businesses out there or companies that anybody wants to share that they're supporting during the holidays? Uh, Telfie, okay, Telfie season. Teflar and Brandon Black was, I heard somebody else talking about that. It might have been my wife. Brandon Blackwood bags. I hear that's the new thing with the Teflar craze that's going on. You know what I mean? So yeah, so here we go. Teflar definitely for the ladies, for the handbags. Um, I mean, they're out there. Let's circulate this money in our community. Let's maybe before you go out now, I don't know, before you go buy a Fendi bag or Red Bottoms or whoever, man, let's go out and circulate this money in our community. Let's build that network and that bridge, man. Let's get some money going um, in our community so we can have a leg to stand on when it really comes to sitting at the table. And when I say sitting at the table, okay. See, I didn't know. I didn't know. I just thought that was an all sisters thing. So I'm gonna get educated. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. Uh, and like I was saying, I'm saying all of this to say, we're coming up on that political season again, and part of the reason why we don't have a seat at the table, in my opinion, is we don't have any funds, we don't have any money, we don't have any economic value. And I just wanted to bring these businesses and take a few minutes to talk about some businesses that can help create that wealth in our community, and really help us to create a narrative to where we want to draw ourselves and create a space for ourselves at the seat, at a seat at the table, um, where we can start demanding certain things, like some of our counterparts, our Caucasian friends and our white, our Latino friends. mvcard.net, Giovanni. Okay. I'm not really sure, but we'll definitely check that out. We can get a little more information on that, Giovanni. I don't know why. I got a feeling I know who Giovanni is, but if I can get some more information, let us know, so we can talk about it. Um, Dave, I purchased items from AOH, Acts of Homage. Okay, leisure wear, nice quality. Hey, that's what's up. And again, these are some businesses and brands that I haven't heard of before, but I think the more knowledge that we have, the more that we know, the more that we can go out and support and really make these things happen. Check me out. I can coach and mentor people in traveling entertainment industry. Yep. Okay, so this right here is my cousin. What up, cuz? Giovanni, Joey, what Joe was happening? All right, so check out, mentoring coach. If you want to into the travel game, hit her up. There's her website, mvcard.net, Giovanni. Check her out. And this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Right, yeah, cousin. Yeah, we'll talk about that one offline. That's your cousin. Say, hey, cousin, hi, cousin. Giovanni, that's your cousin. All right, cousins have made a connection here on Two Mics Up. That's what we all about here, making connections. Um, but like I say, we want to build that wealth. I just call it real quick. The reason why we're so behind, other cultures have figured out a way to use their economic money, and I'm just going to call it what it is. to buy themselves. Yeah, yes, yeah, babe. That's my cousin. We'll talk. Um, we'll talk about they talk about a way of really buying uh their senators, their local politicians, police department, judges, those type of things. Lance, what's happening, South Carolina? What's happening, family? Thanks for joining us, brother. Good to see you as always, man. Um, and that's really where the reason why we're talking about this, why I'm talking about it, so we can create that, create that wealth the way you can start having these people in your back pocket, to help influence and make change. Yeah, yeah, we off the chain here, Lisa. Look, it's a family affair. It's been about a month, and I'm glad to see everybody's doing well. Everybody's here rocking with me tonight. Taking a little time out of their Wednesday, man. It's hump day. We looking at the back end of the week. We trying to go into the holiday strong. And I don't even know the holiday. I shouldn't even said that. We acknowledging this thing, but get me on another tangent. But yeah, I'm just glad to see everybody and just really understanding that, because these mid-year elections are coming up faster than we know. And before I move on, I just want everybody to educate yourself, not on the party, not necessarily the candidates, but educate yourself on the individuals that are running for office in your local area. Look, we know the Dems and the Republicans, at the end of the day, neither one of them have done anything for us as a community. So now it's really time to be smart. Educate yourself on these people who are, irregardless of party, that are actually running in your local area, that's really going to have an effect on your everyday living. It's more important than the president. We know he's failed us. We unfortunately, the sister that's up there with him, she's failed us. Our political system is failing us. So we have to start from really how it was meant to be, in reverse. Start locally, because whatever's going to happen on the Hill with the president in the White House, look, he don't know me, he don't know you, she don't know you. She's not really going to do much. But the person that's sitting here, in your local town, whether it be Stafford, Fredericksburg, South Carolina, wherever you live, North Carolina, go educate yourself on those people. Find out what they're really about, and do they really jive or match what it is that you're looking for and your expectations and what you want to see as a person representing your community. That's really the first start. I'm just going to make it as simple as possible, and that's facts. Yes, 100% facts. Once we start understanding how to really dig and dive through the minutia of things, stop getting caught up in red, blue. Sometimes even people that they claim, oh, we got family from Costa Rica in here tonight. Hillary, what's happening? What's happening? Yo, we international tonight. This is how we do it on Two Mics Up. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Um, you know, just educate yourself. Read. They put things in the newspaper and in places that they know that we don't read. Grace, what's happening, Florida? Hey, sis, I hope you're doing all right. I'm glad to see that you're on. I pray that you and the family and everybody down there is doing well. We'll have to catch up. When we get offline here. Definitely. And so that's really what it's all about. Learn, and educate yourself. Uh, all about your local politicians, and everything like that. These candidates not candidate. Okay, look, and we've talked about it before. It says here, Stafford, the Virginia area, the DMV area. It's a little different. It's a different climate down where you are. You're a little further south from me, so I know it's a little different down there. And there, you're not getting much, and that's a blessing. Sis, glad that that you and the family are safe. Sending our love to you and the family. But yeah, so just do that. And I want to come back at some point, and really dive into that a little bit more. But I just wanted to share that because November is around the corner. We're literally a month out. Um, so just prepare yourselves for that. And as we're talking, as we're moving through the year, because I really had it didn't dawn on me really. Look, we're in October, and this year is almost over. And I'm just curious to know for you whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, even for your everyday 9 to 5, your everyday life. I'm curious to know because I even had to say to myself, like, what do you have any goals set that you wanted to complete before the year's over? And I'm just curious to know for those of you, who are here, like, are there any goals or is there anything, one or two things in particular that you want to complete? Because I know when I sat and I thought about this, I have one or two things that I really feel that for me, I want to do. And I think one, I feel that I do, but I feel I can continue to do more. And the first, and really what it is that really resonates with me is to continue to give back to someone. But I want to do it in a different way now, uh, with someone who maybe uh, is just starting out, whether it be podcasting, whether it be YouTube. Hey, Facebook user, talking to you as well. Um, Starting out maybe a new position, at work, being a mentor. So I'm just curious, like, that's my thing. And then the second thing is really just to continue to build the brand. We're continuing to grow. A lot of new things coming down the pipe. We're starting to definitely raise up our level of guests and conversation. So those two things really stood out for me. And really, the last thing I would say is fitting my career into my life, not the other way around. Just really keeping that work life balance, keeping that steady pace of being able to have time for family. Uh, hey, our nation, what's happening, sis? I don't know why your name didn't show up, but you're gonna be Facebook user tonight. Appreciate you. Uh, thank you so much. And again, I would be remiss. I'm glad that you joined. Because we want to talk about you anyway before I leave. Uh, so for those of you who don't know, Ernisha Hall, my sister, is doing great things with the Virginia Black Business Directory and NIRA. So if you're in here, first of all, if you're a black business owner here in the DMV or anywhere, go ahead and take a few minutes, go over to the website, virginiablackbusinessdirectory.org. Go ahead and register. Become a member. If you need some work with your graphics or whatever, hit up Nire. They can help you out, graphics and all that type of stuff, man. They do great work here. Anisha, super dope. She's always into something positive, man, for the community. So definitely check her out. And she's saying absolutely. For her, it's fourth quarter, getting it done and to help at least 10 families. And that's what I'm talking about. These are the type of things that, I've been blessed and been able to come in contact with people like Renisha that's really focused on community and businesses as a whole. And yep, like she said, take time for family because that's important. And she's been a blessing. And thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be a part of the Virginia Black Business Directory as a board of director. And we always talk about it's never a competition, but it's always great to be around people who are doing great things that inspire you to continue to push yourself to the next level. And that's what it's all about, here on this platform. So anybody else, before I go ahead and transition, um, anything anyone else has that they want to share, or maybe they want to have a goal set that they're looking to work towards as we close out 2022, because 2022 is crazy. We coming out the pandemic, so they say, and things are changing. Yes, indeed. I don't know how much they changing because people are still out here getting COVID. I mean, they're not dying at the rate that they were, thank goodness. But COVID is still here. Seems like monkeypox stopped monkeypoxing. I don't know if we safe from that yet. Who knows what's around the corner? But if you haven't or you haven't shared anything, please know, please focus on yourself, focus on your family, focus on really improving yourself, both physically and mentally, because that's really important, especially this time of year. And I say that because, October, November, the clock goes back, the seasons change. And as I've gotten older, and I find that our moods, our anxieties, less sun, lack of being outside, it really changes us. And over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to have a sister on, uh, Karima Sultana Karima. I'm sorry. She's going to be joining me, and we're going to be talking about perinatal, and mental health and mood disorders. And I think it's really something that's really good to talk about, because we don't really talk about that in our homes, in our culture. We sometimes will just gloss over these things, and she's going to sit down with us over the next 2 weeks, and we're just going to break that conversation down, and really try to get to understand, a little bit more about it, and about these things that really affect us, whether it be subliminally. Sometimes it could be through, our sisters, out here who are having children, dealing with postpartum. Men, hey, don't think that you're exempt from this either, because you too uh, are dealing with these same anxieties, these mood disorders, and different things as the seasons change. So she's going to sit here with us over the next 2 weeks, and we're going to really dive into that. So, if you have some time on your schedule, we'll be back here next week, Wednesday, 7:30, chopping it up with her, getting ourselves educated. And last but not least, before we close out the month, Ernisha was here. We're going to be working to bring together, basically, for business owners, and entrepreneurs, your business prepared for the holidays. And I thought, we were talking about this. All right, sis, you still here? I just making sure. Um, we're going to sit down and we're going to put this panel discussion together, and really for business owners, entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about it, and I like it because I never thought about it. Sometimes you get caught up in your thing, but really, is my business prepared, for the holidays? What does that entail? Um, you know, right. So great point. Q4, as we economically empower ourselves, we continue to empower our families as well. And that's really key. When you talk about Q4, fourth quarter, for those who are business owners and entrepreneurs, these things really start to stand out. You're looking to close out your year strong. Uh, and the holidays is definitely one way uh, to really help boost that sales, or help sometimes get you over a hump, or help you meet a quota or a goal that you've set for yourself. And I just love the comments because, again, I never thought about it. Never really put too much emphasis on that. So if you're like me, hopefully you'll come tune in. That'll be right now. I believe we're going to shoot for October 26th. We're going to do that live here on Two Mics Up. We'll have more information as we get closer. We'll definitely make sure that I share it. I'll make sure that Anisha and our friends over at the Virginia Black Business Directory, they're going to be uh, working to share that. And and I don't have a flyer, and I meant to add the flyer tonight. My fault. But the Virginia Black Business Directory right now, they're having a raffle. Look, who doesn't like $250 in Amazon? Amazon gift card. Who doesn't like a 65-inch smart TV? All you got to do is go over to the Virginia Black Business Directory. Go to their website and go ahead. There's a raffle going on, and I'm going to make sure I post this afterwards again. It's actually on my profile, my personal page. I'm going to send it out again. Look, this can be shipped anywhere in America. Just go ahead, man. Get you some tickets. Be a part of the raffle. I think it's like 2 days left. Go get involved, man. Go out and support a great organization, like I said, that's really committed to helping others in our community. I think it's just a beautiful thing. And like I said, get yourself a $250 gift card. Get yourself a 65-inch smart TV. I mean, hey, who knows? Today could be your lucky day. So make sure you go ahead and check it out. Um, so with that being said, if there's anything that anyone that's on with me or on with us tonight, anything you want to say before I go ahead and share some closing thoughts? Because I really missed all of this energy, for the last month. And I'm glad everybody was able to go ahead and jump on and rock with me for a little bit tonight, man, as we just kind of chop it up on some things that was going on that just kind of caught my attention over the last couple of days. But if not, I just want to close with one thing and one thing only. And this really sat with me today as I kind of went through some things at work. And you just have to learn that the past is the past. Don't mistake, don't make the mistake of making it last. I think that's important. Um, Let it go. Life is too short to be arguing with people, disagreeing with people, trying to sometimes get people to totally understand your side or your point. Um, let it go. Figure out a way to agree to disagree. How can you move forward together positively and really go ahead and bring out the best, not only of yourself, but maybe that individual? Because sometimes that's what I found to be um, really the most important thing. Yes, a word, let it go. And I mean that in all sincerity. So I hope that that sits with you, like it sat with me. And before I go, I also want to says what evolve, heal, move on, and bless. Yeah, and that's it in a nutshell. We're all hopefully we're dealing with certain things. I know, and it just hit me today. What I was there, I'm not gonna bump my head up against the wall. Like you said, evolve, heal, move on, and be blessed. So uh, that's where I was at today with that one. So before we go, I also want to just go ahead and share this right here. You know, the community connector. You know what we got going on here in the news. Here at Two Mics Up, we're always about trying to create something greater. Again, our season 4 advertisers, Gentara LLC, Riddick Entertainment and Events, and TD3 Insurance. You know, please go out and support. You know, here at Two Mics Up, you know, we're also here about helping you elevate yourself and your brand. So for those of you who may be in need of presentation services, assistance with social media posts, business promotion, advertising, hit me up. Coming up next, we got our actor Andre Ozine, who's going to be joining us, and an attorney, Ebony Vincent, for those who may need a criminal defense attorney. She's going to educate us on that. And last but not least, like I said, I was talking about earlier, end of the month, October 26th, we're going to do this live. We're going to talk about all things business with a select panel of guests to really help elevate your business as we move forward into the new year. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for your time tonight. I look forward to seeing you all again next week, Wednesday. If you have time on your schedule, you know, you can follow Two Mics Up online, www.twomicsup.com, across our social media, IG, Facebook, and Twitter, at Two Mics Up. Don't forget to, if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, thank you, sis. Good night to you. Sending our love to you, Trey, and the family. Yep. Hey, thank you. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Talk to you in a little bit, shorty. You know, just hit us up. If you follow us on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and go down there at the bottom, hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the bell before you go so you can be notified by all the newest content coming to you from me here at Two Mics Up. And ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do at this time. Stay safe, stay blessed. Mics out. Nicest. Had to get that one in there before I left. 007.